both sides withdrew their negotiators from Qatar, which is negotiating that deal, and so that's over. I mean, that just is over probably until the end of the war. I would suggest.
Israeli tanks are moving further into Gaza's southern city of Khan Yunis, with Israel ordering civilians to flee the centre. The intense fighting is pushing more Gazans further south towards the Rafah crossing with Egypt. Let's catch up with Richard Spencer, the Times Middle East correspondent. Hello, Richard.
Good evening.
So the fighting intensifying, talk of a ceasefire receding even further than ever. How is this going to play out now?
Yeah, I think a ceasefire is really almost irrelevant now. I don't think that's what anyone is thinking or expecting. What we're looking at is the incredible humanitarian consequences in Gaza, which are deteriorating every day. Obviously, 1.9 million people have been displaced by this war out of 2.3 million. Many of those living in makeshift camps where disease is running rampant and there's not enough food. Pretty grim, but even more grim is the images we're receiving, or the descriptions we're receiving from people in Khan Yunis, which is the major city in the south, and the Israelis have launched a full frontal old-fashioned assault on that city. It's a Hamas stronghold historically, and they're also under pressure to end this war quickly from the Biden administration, want it over as quickly as possible. So they've sent in a whole airborne division with armor and tanks and the full caboodle. And there are people are telling us of bodies in the streets, snipers on street corners, tanks rolling down the streets being taken on by Hamas fighters who are coming out of their tunnels. It's a pretty remarkable battle that's going on there.
Is there any progress on the hostages?
No, that's as I say, that's dependent on a ceasefire. That all came to an end a week last Friday. Both sides withdrew their negotiators from Qatar, which is negotiating that deal, and so that's over. I mean, that just is over probably until the end of the war. I would suggest.
Richard Spencer, thank you for that update.